We still do have extremely supportive parents, so they gave us their blessing to leave school, which was really nice. My dad actually told me to leave, which was funny because I was debating it. I was going back and forth. My dad was like, you can always go back to college. He's like, just go for it, which was awesome. That was such a good phone call because then that day I dropped out of school.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl coming to you from my virtual studio here at iHeartRadio. And today we are joined by the Happy Fits. Hi guys, how are you? Thanks for being here.
We're good. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Okay, so you said right now you're playing a show tonight. So you're taking time before the show.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
Day of tour. We were in Hamden, Connecticut last night, and then we were in Burlington on Monday. We have DC tomorrow, and then Pittsburgh Saturday, and Columbus Sunday.
And the radio show before the Columbus show.
Yeah, so it's kind of like 7 shows in 6 days. Yeah.
Has it been fun for you guys?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Awesome.
It's the first time we've toured with like a full production, so we have lights on the road and we have Click. We've never played to Click before, so apart from like recording albums, it's really cool. It feels like very consistent. It feels like a big step up in production in our like actual live show.
Well, let's take it back for a second because I'm curious to hear the origin story of the band. How did the Happy Fits come to be?
So we were in the same Latin class in high school when we were freshmen, and like we were kind of acquaintances, but we didn't really start connecting until that movie Inside Llewyn Davis came out, and we like Facebook messaged each other about how much we loved like folk indie and everything. Eventually I saw Ross like posting guitar videos on Facebook, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I play cello. And then we got together, did a few Andrew Bird, Milk Carton Kids covers. They were awful. So we decided to just start writing our own music. And right before leaving for college, we hired this guy, Luke, to play drums on our first EP, Awfully Appealing.
Yeah, and he actually went to high school with us, but we did not know each other in high school.
Yeah, I'm a grade above them, and I'm really good friends with Ross's brother. And so Ross asked, do you know any drummers? And I was very close to where they were recording. And
we paid him $70.
The big bugs. That is so wild that you guys all went to the same high school. And where's home for you guys?
Hunterdon County, New Jersey. It's like West Jersey, all farmlands, lots of Amish people there. It's a great tiny rural town.
Our base is out of a terrible town name, but we love it. It's called Pittstown. Right next to Flemington. They're really bad names, but
only a few miles from Buttsville.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so you guys all meet in high school. The band forms. How long from that initial meeting of the 3 of you guys, like, did you create the first EP? Did you really start making music together?
We released 4 songs on that EP that summer before going to college, and then like
2016.
Yeah, 1 week into college, it's got on like Fresh Finds playlist, and it got like 35,000 streams in a day. And I just remember calling Ross and being like, this might be like our chance to like follow our dream. Should we maybe drop out of school? We mulled it over for weeks and maybe months. And eventually we made the decision after like the first semester. We're like, we're going to drop out. We're just going to go for it.
Yeah, I wasn't even officially in the band yet. And I was already at the office. Like, I think I'm going to take off a few semesters.
Really believed in the band. You knew it. What was the moment though? Did you have one where you guys all were like, okay, we're all in? Did something happen? Was there a sign, or it just sort of fell into place?
I think we just went for it. And Calvin started booking a lot of tours for us. And I think one of the like real moments was we were playing really small shows, just doing a few on the West Coast. And we went to Salt Lake City, and there was, like 40 kids that were just like knew all the words and they were going nuts. And we were like, whoa, like, are we a band? So it was really, really cool to see, these people from across the country singing our tunes. That was definitely one of the first ones where we were like, oh man, we're really doing it.
And we still do have extremely supportive parents, so they gave us their blessing to leave school, which was really nice. My dad actually told me to leave, which was funny because I was debating it. I was going back and forth. I was like, I don't know if this is like a smart move. My dad was like, you can always go back to college. He's like, just go for it, which was awesome. That was such a good phone call because then that day I dropped out of school. And
you're like done.
Been really bad in my classes, but that's okay. It doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, and now your 3rd album is out, Under the Shade of Green. It's wild. It's crazy to hear you guys tell the story, and even like thinking about your parents. What do your parents think about all of this now? I mean, your 3rd album is out. You're playing shows. That's got to be really wild on their end too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, they're definitely huge fans. It's really funny because my dad started he specifically only learned how to use Instagram so that he could keep track of the shows and stuff. So he's always like, looks like a great show.
Number 1 fan.
I mean, my parents alone have been to probably 40 of our shows. So they're finally like, I don't think we need to come as much anymore. But my dad's coming out to 2 shows on this tour, and the 2 biggest ones so far.
Chicago and New York.
Chicago and New York. So that'll be exciting.
And how long did it take for you guys to really like develop like your style, your vibe, your music?
I just grew up listening to all the indie rock from the 2000s. So like Bombay Bicycle Club, The Killers, Franz Ferdinand, The Fratellis, Arctic Monkeys, Two Door Cinema Club, like all that. And like I just had that on repeat growing up. I absorbed it into my brain of like what music I like, and I think that's just reflected in all the music that we write. So with our newest record, I think we're all proud of the sound that we got out of it. It's our first record that we spent 6 months on, really spending like weeks on tracks at a time, and we put layers and layers of synths and strings and vocals on everything. I think we ended up with songs that we think are the best yet.
Yeah, I think something that took a while for us to achieve was the sound of the cello that Calvin really wanted. I think we're really at a point now where we have the time to like really emphasize, hey, there's a cello in this band, and it's a really important piece. And so this album, I feel like we really like nailed it on that, because we really got time to sit down and figure out how can we make this the best it can be.
We have heard a lot of times like people come to our show and like nobody knew we had a cello. So on this album, like we really wanted the cello to be like the main focal point. So it's like the first album where he actually has like the main riffs, the main leads instead of like guitar riffs, which is something we were going for, and it came out great.
The cello comes on tour. The cello's there for the live shows?
Yeah, I play cello the entire time. I have like rig where I'm like standing up with it. I've like built out my pedal board. I stuff my cello so it doesn't feed back. Yeah, it's taken a lot of time and it's still evolving, but I'm at a really happy place right now.
Oh my God, what do you stuff a cello with?
Soundproofing foam, because it's a hollow body. I use this guy's name's Doug Plugs. He makes hole plugs, so he covers it up. It helps reduce the feedback.
Calvin's also the only people that stands and plays cello, and so people get pretty caught off guard, and he actually gets like, there's one guy who invented this cello strap, and so Calvin, I think, is his number one consumer because he breaks a few of them.
It's made for like classical music and not like moving, but I'm jumping up and down on stage, looking 5 straps at this point.
Yeah, he needs to make the next one out of Kevlar.
Yeah, shout out Mike Block.
I love it. Okay, when you guys come to New York, I'm coming to that show. I got to see this live.
Oh yes, yeah, December 17th.
Webster Hall.
Webster Hall.
Webster Hall. Have you guys played Webster before? That's such a fun one.
We did this past year. We were lucky enough to open up for the Maine.
They are the best guys. They are the nicest.
They're very
so
sweet.
And their team was amazing. They treated us so well, and couldn't say enough good things about them.
Well, so for our audience who is just discovering you, just discovering your music, how would you describe it in 3 words? And then what would you say is like the number 1 song that someone has to listen to get a full vibe for the Happy Fits?
I would say indie rock cello, and I think Hold Me Down is a great one. You hear the cello, you hear the guitar, you hear all the singing, or Little One. That's our new single out.
Little One would probably be the quintessential track.
Yeah, I would choose Little One for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then last question. I meant to ask this from the beginning. Where does Happy Fits come from, the name?
So we were on the way to record our first like demo at this studio, and we realized we didn't have a name. So I recommended the name Smiley Fits because I was always smiling. When I perform, I look like I'm having like some sort of crazy physical fit or something. And Ross was like, that's a horrible name. Let's not use Smiley Fits. But his mom heard it, and she was like, what about the Happy Fits? And we're like, all right, I can deal with that. That sounds good.
Yeah. And we just slapped it on paper and showed up to the studio and then never changed it.
Okay, well, guys, before we let you go, I thought we could play a quick Most Likely To game to get to know all of you a little bit better. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is most likely to take the longest to get ready?
Me.
Luke, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's self-proclaimed. You knew it?
I have trouble waking up. So I've been pretty good this tour. I luckily have a very awesome roommate who will be like, get up and let's go. And so that's awesome to have. I'm now a coffee drinker. I've really trying to turn a new page. So.
Well, my next one was who's most likely to sleep through their alarm, but I'm guessing that's you as well.
Although I actually did sleep through.
Ross slept through his alarm
for like the first time
yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the bed next to him and I'm tired, so I don't want to get up. So I use my phone to call him to turn off his alarm.
Even though he's 2 feet away from
me. And then he's like, why did you call me 3 times? I was like,
you're like, not today. Who was most likely to make everyone laugh the hardest?
Luke. Luke's impressions are killer,
Is it gonna be me for everybody?
It sounds like it. If you were all in a horror film, who is most likely to die first?
I think it's Calvin.
Is it me? Yeah, I guess I do something really stupid. I'm pretty clumsy, so I'd be the one that trips and falls while running away.
I think though I'd try to save them and probably get lost in the process. So I'd be the one to run into the chainsaw room or something by accident.
You guys would just all be out quick. You wouldn't survive the plot.
Yeah, we wouldn't make it very far.
Ross might have a chance.
No, definitely not the big.
Who is most likely to be on a reality TV show, and what show is it?
Calvin.
Calvin, definitely Calvin.
Calvin, what show would you be on?
I just moved to Easton, PA, so it's the real life of Easton, PA, for sure. I have like a dope house I'm renting there. It's like 14 rooms.
Real houseboy of Easton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to keep up with the newest TikTok trend?
Calvin. Yeah, Calvin's all about the media.
I'm the social media guy of the band. So I'm all.
He's always like looking at trends and things that we can do for TikTok.
I think it really started to come to light when the pandemic hit. We really had to figure out like how do we keep ourselves and I guess people's minds here and there. And Calvin really started putting his editing skills to work, directing skits for us to do, and all these live streams to play. He set up everything, so he definitely knows his way around all that.
Who is most likely to slide into a celeb's DMs?
Me. I guess they're not celebrity. I do it a lot actually. They're not celebrities, but like I hit up Quest Nutrition yesterday, just being like, "Yo, do you guys do brand partnerships? I need your."
Did they write you back? Did they read it?
They didn't respond yet, but I just hit up our label. I'm like, get your like partnerships team to hit up Quest. I need some snacks. I just did one with Magic Spoon. Love Magic Spoon.
Last one for you guys is who is most likely to give the hype up speech right before you walk on stage?
I think it's me, right?
Yeah,
it's me.
I'd say so. Yeah. We until recently didn't really have a ritual. We'd kind of just be like, "Oh, are you supposed to go on? Okay." We'd walk out.
Yeah.
Finally getting a crew last tour. They really are like, "Really? You guys don't do anything?" And so we actually started listening to this band. Well, we played with them before, but they're called Audio Book Club, and we would always listen to their tunes every night before the show.
We'd start jumping and limbering up, getting ready to be loose. It was like our hype up songs.
Do you guys know them?
Yeah, we met them very early on in like our DIY touring days. We just played a one-off show in Oklahoma City, and they were the opener.
Do they know that they're your hype up song?
We had them open for us on this last tour, and they actually like had no clue. And then right before we started playing, we put on their song and we were singing every word, and they were like, "This is weird, but cool." But they were very sweet about it.
I love that. That makes me happy. Happy Fits, thank you guys so much for being here. It's so nice meeting with you and chatting with you. We really appreciate it. And of course, thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream all of the Happy Fits music on iHeartRadio, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.